All right, hello everyone. Thanks for joining. This is the November 13th analytics section meeting. So I've got the first agenda point, and I just wanted to signal boost something you all might have seen in Slack, but I merged an MR last week on renaming the analyze stage to the monitor stage. And the MR is linked there with a lot more details about the motivation and the specifics of it. But at a high level, this is going to help us better align with what the market, what the customers are using in terms of language to refer to the product analytics, the observability, and the other capabilities that we focus on. This means we'll be speaking the same language that they are and using the same terminology, as opposed to having to introduce new terminology that they have to get used to and understand what it means versus what they're accustomed to. This is really just a renaming in terms of the product categories and the category organization. There shouldn't be any changes you all see on a day-to-day basis. There's no teams moving around. No one on an existing team is moving to any other teams. So it's really just a naming, but wanted to bring it up here in case anyone had questions or wanted to talk about it more. Again, the MR is linked there, but I'm sure I missed a few places in all the hundreds of handbook pages. So if you see any outdated references, feel free to make a change to use our new monitor terminology or ping me and I'll make the change. James, you had a point you want to vocalize?
Yeah, it was just I saw as part of this, Respond is moving to a single engineering group. Given its placement as one of the three pillars in the vision, I would have expected it to have more investment. I was curious about that.
Yeah, no, so it's a good observation to make. So one thing I will point out about our vision that's linked there, that's going to reflect what we hope to do in the next 10 years. 10 years is a long time, and we're going to have to make different investment decisions each of those 10 years. Specifically, we're really, as a company, focused on the DevSecOps portion of the vision right now, primarily, rather than the model ops and the service desk portion of that vision as points 2 and 3 there. So I fully expect us to reinvest in service desk in the future, but we're really trying to go deep on that DevSecOps portion of the vision right now, as opposed to spreading ourselves thinly across all three.
Cool, thanks.
Yeah, and the other discussion we had on the side is about the monitor respond features that right now are not visible anymore. So yeah, can maybe explain what's the plan here?
Yeah, so on the MR that I put there, the categories that are currently in Respond, I moved those to non-marketing. That's again going to reflect some of what James was pointing out, how these aren't areas we're really investing in heavily right now. So we don't want to get a lot of customers excited about them while they're really in either minimal offerings or sort of maintenance mode offerings. So that's why they've been moved to non-marketing categories. So they won't show up on a lot of the different pages. Additionally, from our section's point of view, we also don't want to incorrectly set the expectation that one of our three groups is responsible for maintaining those features, because as part of this, we're not taking ownership of those features. This is just renaming our existing stuff. And so that's another reason why those have been moved out to non-marketing.
Right. Yeah, because there's the service desk and then there's alert and incident management. That's I'm assuming that may be needed at some point earlier than service desk, whether for product analytics or for observability.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see there.
If we ended up needing it for our own purposes, there's certainly another conversation to have about maybe we take ownership of it, but that's a different conversation than the rename.
Yeah. Great.
Lorena, you want to vocalize your point?
Yeah, I just want to say that Kati saw my manager made me aware of the change this morning, so she noticed the change the name. So I updated the metadata, the stage name in the docs, and yeah, we're already pretty much done with all the docs related updates for that.
Awesome, thanks for doing that. Really appreciate it. Anything else on this topic? Otherwise, Piotr, over to you.
Right, thanks. So I'm going to do a rollout on dogfooding bucket events from internal events in GitLab. We already do that for front-end events, but I haven't done napkin calculations yet on how much load that's gonna be, how much events that's going to be, but probably a lot less than page views. But do we have any practices around monitoring ClickHouse beyond the product analytics dashboard? I've noticed that charts tend to time out for me for the most part. Maybe someone could weigh in on these things.
I can try and weigh in, although I don't know if I have the right answer for you. In terms of storage is less of an issue. Monitoring ClickHouse, I know Halil is working on scraping Prometheus metrics into Grafana at the moment. If you're using ClickHouse Cloud, there's a fair amount of metrics you can use in their UI, but I don't know how accessible they are outside of an API. Halil might know more than me on that.
Oh, right, because we're doing cloud now. Yeah, I haven't thought of that. Yeah, I tried to get access to that. Thanks.
If you need access to it, if you open a access request and ping Sam Goldstein, he should be able to help.
All right, thanks.
Awesome. Well, that takes us to the end of the agenda. Does anyone else have topics they want to vocalize that aren't on the agenda already? Otherwise, we can call this a wrap and give everyone some time back. All right. Thanks, folks. It was great seeing y'all. We'll talk soon. Bye.
Bye.